Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 5. So last time we had another pretty lengthy boss fight, very lengthy in fact. Possibly the longest one? I don't know how long all the phases of the Black Horror combined took me, but yeah, anyway. We will collect our reward, presumably. Although, we already talked about business, of course. You mentioned that you want to do business with me? Yes. Oh, wait, we're supposed to talk to someone else. In fact, I just remember that all these quests mention someone. Report to Goro. Yeah, okay. Right. Don't bother the dragon himself. He's far too important. Wait, could you, stupid lizard, please just not be in the way? You tell Goro of your victory over the demon. She holds out a clawed hand and mutters a spell. A key appears in it. She hands it to you. You may open one of the Master's lesser treasure chambers. They're in the southwest corner of the keep. Okay. I don't think that was the voice I gave her the last couple of times, but whatever. Oh, it happened to be this one. Or, wait. Did she actually say I could open any one? Oh. Well, either way, we're gonna open them all eventually. What was it? A Rod of Electricity Haste Group. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's really useful. That is useful. For those situations where I stumble into combat non-prepared, yeah. AKA unprepared. I just need to be, not too stingy to actually use it. That would help. Got a few things we could sell, but actually, yeah, it's been a while. Porcelain shop, okay. Not the Crocolisk. Porcelain. Right. Can I sell something? Yes, apparently. Okay. Ruby, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need these. Crystalline plate. Spectral gloves, those were... Yeah, I guess we gave him new ones. Arian Riposte, yeah. Just because they're newer. Right. Yeah, that should be that for now. Did I... No, I was thinking about... I saw the shield here. I was thinking about giving him an extra point of strength, which would cost him 7. So next level up, which is actually pretty close. Oh yeah, it is. Plus 1 thingy. Such a thingy, to be precise. Yeah. I guess I'll do that, probably. I mean, I will. I'll give him that. Then he's gonna be able to, use his shield, which might help him maybe die a little bit less often. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, yeah, we are going to return to our boat, which might be this one. It is. Yeah, we continue exploring. So last time we were up here, dealing with the Hakai. I suppose we're just going to continue along the coastline here. Maybe we'll find that tunnel that we're looking for. If it really is somewhere physically near the, the Azure Gallery, as would be logical, I guess. Is there any kind of way to reach this shore? Is there? Doesn't actually seem to be the case. How? Huh. Nope, that's not an opening. Okay. Do we see... Oh yeah, we do see tunnels here. Okay, never mind. So we'll just have to keep going around. Did we fully explore this map? Yes, we did. Okay. I did see some fog of war clearing as we sailed back to Melanchon's Keep last time. That was just this. Okay. Can't exit the book here? Yeah. I know, game. I know. Alright, this map it is then. Not worrying about things to the south of us for now. I mean, if I ever saw a trap. But obviously we are going to take a look. Couldn't possibly not take a look. Save the game. Okay, wisdom crystal, mind crystal, and another one. Huh. Well, never mind then. Oh, not a trap. Who would have thought? Okay. Well, still following this. There we go. No, yes, maybe actually. No, it's not. Actually, switches apparently. Nope. Just patches of moss or something. No, this one's not real either. Also no digging spot. But both of these places, according to the map, have rooms hidden behind them. That is all. Okay, so there's an underground area around here. Cult entrance. Okay, so this is... Yeah, I guess this is very firmly in the northeast. So do we know... What do we know about the northeast? Southeast... South... Beast... northeast, okay. Do I want to deal with the beast? I mean, not really. But I guess I have to, huh? It's not like I can avoid it forever. And surely it's not going to be as bad as the Demon Lord. Who knows, maybe this is not even the place. This tunnel is heavy with the reek of animals. Lots of them. The cacophony of odors hints at the presence of monsters of many varieties. You're surrounded by the tools used by the zoo. Cages, food, ropes, and shackles to restrain unruly beasts. You can hear the creatures. Their howls and snarls echo down the hall to you. Someone is raising a lot of monsters here. You hope that they have a good reason, though you kinda doubt it. Well, I mean, we have met people who were into raising monsters before. And I wouldn't say that they seem to have particularly good reasons. Oh well, let's get started, get prepared here. Prepare for the worst. For the inevitable, I should say. Hello, Beastkeeper Vic. There is a priestess waiting for you by the closed gate. When you approach her, you can see how frightened she is. And yet, though you hope that you can bluff your way past her, she doesn't back down. I'm Beastkeeper Vic, she says. I am the High Priestess of the Circle of Life. She is a young Avernite, but you can sense that she is not without power. I also can't help but wonder how she actually got here. Maybe we'll learn. We pay tribute to the mighty dragon Malachion. We are allowed to be here. To do our good work here and in the Azure Gallery. Oh, okay, so you are connected. Wait, that does imply that there might be a connection from here to the Azure Gallery. In fact, it kind of has to be, right? Certainly they didn't travel through the Vanatine lands. They couldn't have. You're allowed to be here to do our good work here and in the Azure Gallery. We ask you to leave us here in peace. Yeah, okay, good. We can talk about that. What is the Circle of Life? We are a force of peace in a world of constant savage war. Those with two legs, the humans and Nephilim and so on, fight a constant war to wipe other forms of life from the world. The Circle of Life finds those unfortunate, hunted creatures and protects them, in the hope that they can one day find peace with us. What sort of creature are we talking about here? All manner of magical, fascinating beasts. Arania, basilisks, hellhounds, creatures that are intelligent and in their own way wonderful, if occasionally dangerous. Aren't these creatures the enemy? Some would say so, but their being hunted is what makes them that way. If you were an Arania and human warriors were constantly trying to hunt you down, wouldn't you greet that behavior with hostility? Of course, Arania also have an unquenchable thirst for human blood. This is problematic. We hope to find a solution for this incompatibility, but the Arania can't help it. They are born that way. Yeah, well. So you take the creatures and raise them yourself? Exactly. Place them in our breeding pits, feed them, look after them, and eventually release them in unsettled areas. This makes us unpopular, but better that than for these magnificent beasts to be wiped forever from memory. Is it dangerous work? Sadly, a certain number of us are consumed in the course of our work. What do you think of goblins? What? That's kind of random. Fantastic, durable creatures. It does our hearts good to know that there is one race that does not need our intervention to thrive. Beastkeeper Vic stands her ground against you. I will tell you our beliefs if you want, however, you must then go. This is private, sacred land, and we require peace for quiet contemplation. As she speaks of her quiet contemplation, you can hear the beasts snarling and howling in the tunnels behind her. So you said you're active in the Azure Gallery. We are. Once it was a prime reserve for all sorts of creatures. Then the Avernites came and started smashing up every crystal formation they saw and butchering everything else. Still, we do have some outposts there. I haven't been in contact with them for some time, but I hope they're still well. How do you get to the Azure Gallery? We have a route. She looks uncomfortable. It is our private territory. We do not allow outsiders in. That's unfortunate. I want to go to the Azure Gallery. Let me by. Might as well try it. Once again, this is our private territory. We do not allow outsiders in. I am through speaking on this topic. Tell me about Melanchion. I don't remember him mentioning these people, or maybe he did actually. Maybe he mentioned. Yeah, he mentioned two factions, right? And I couldn't remember the other one. One of them being talking spiders, and the other one some sort of cult. That could be that. It could be that's what he mentioned. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, tell me about Melanchion. The mighty dragon. Have you seen him? He is splendid. It is such an honor to contribute to the resurgence of this glorious race of creatures. Truly, this is a wonderful time to live. How do you contribute? We pay Melanchion tribute in return for the right to use these caves for our work. We give him food and beasts. The dragon consumes a lot of meat, and he wants beasts that he can train and use as guards. I mean, I have to. I have a quest. I mean, it's only a quest for Dionisio, to be fair, but... I mean, also, I've slaughtered these guys in the past. I mean, slaughtered. I don't know. I don't really want to use that word, but, you know. I guess I didn't really need to attack them, but then what they are doing is obviously dangerous and, you know, a little bit crazy. So, I'm sorry, but I'm going through. Get out of my way. Beastkeeper Vic is scared, but she stands her ground. These lands are sacred. I will not let you pass. Wow, I'm a warrior of the Empire. Let me by. She shakes her head. If you do not have the courage to fight, you will not pass. Well, it's not about not having the courage. I'm trying to save your life here. But you're hell-bent on losing it, so... I guess then you will die, cultist. Well, it is unfortunate. I mean, health-wise, she seems maybe not completely defenseless. That's nice. It's good to know. Makes me feel a little bit better. Not really. I mean, it does. We'll see what she can do. Probably summon something, if I had to guess. That would make sense. Yep. Well, I was expecting actual beasts and not undead, but, you know. Should we deal with that thing? I mean, I suppose I could. Well. Oh, wait, that's not the right spell. Oh god, it's... I don't know, I feel like I haven't played the game in ages, and I'm forgetting how to, you know, do the most basic things. Which is not the case at all. I mean, it's not been that long. Anyway, what? Oh, okay. Didn't register the button the first time around. I guess that's normal. It happens sometimes because of the hotkey configuration that I've going. Okay. Invisible shield, that's annoying. It can't be helped. Well. Smite? Ugh, that does not work very well. And who's gonna deal the most damage? Probably her. It tends to be the case. Wait, that's not good, actually. That's not actually good damage. And that is her physical blade. Do I have a reason to assume that the fire blade is going to work better? Oh, Beastkeeper Vic raises a hand and mutters a single word. You are thrown backward. You wish to destroy the circle? Then you must fight us on our own ground. Chase me if you dare, but beware. Once you step into our lair, escape is not so easy. You charge her, but she fades away. The gate behind her begins to slowly open. Oh, okay. Didn't expect her to retreat and, you know, do the whole Hawkeye thing on me. Fireball. This thing obviously is not a big problem. Alright then, what do we have here? Not even a light source, just some useless, actually useless junk. Well, healing elixir I guess is fine. Terror wand, yeah, might as well sell that. There's a dead goblin here. It looks like it perished in an unfortunate monster handling incident. Its body now waits patiently to serve its final purpose. Nutrition for the beasts being raised here. Awesome. Okay. 2 of them say that, and 1 of them was actually lootable. Fair enough. I guess the presence of actual goblin bodies here, this time not just looking like goblins, but they're actually supposed to be goblins. That would explain why we were given the option to ask about goblins. Okay. The gate behind you suddenly slams shut. Yeah, okay, no surprise there. You jump back and try to grab it, but you're too slow. Beekeeper Vic was true to her word. You are trapped in here with her. But is it just her? Hello, Guardian Hellhound. Obviously, something's gonna come out of these pits, right? Or is that too easy? We'll explore the side chamber first. Oh, yeah, okay, so there are nameless cultists as well. So more humanoid bodies? Well, soon-to-be bodies. More humanoid enemies, I was gonna say. Getting a bit ahead of myself here. Hello. Should have expected more than one. 2 seem to be the same. This one is, yeah, I mean, it has a different weapon. Also a lot more health. We might as well start the same way we always do. Okay, that's a good start. I'm going to weaken this guy's armor because usual, he's next to Rasluka, so hopefully I decide to stay where he is, he or she, who knows. It's a bit dark. I guess I should create some light. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing again. And she's still hasted. Well, this is a bigger fight, so yeah. I guess this might be worth doing. I guess I'll attack this one once, and this Hellhound as well. Both to weaken them and to make them less likely to run away. Well, this is... No, actually, it's not a waste of an action, because this only takes 5 action points. Now we can actually see a bit better. Definitely worth it. Do we attack this strong guy? I guess. And they're all cultists, so yeah, they're all gonna be spellcasters in some shape or form. You know, we haven't really been taking a lot of damage so far, but some protection is never a bad idea. Okay. Well-aimed blow, and just gonna start blasting away. Very nice. Expensive, but satisfying and effective, so worth it in my book. Well, these are close to death. I would rather have them stay there than run toward the party. Still gonna attack this one. I mean, the next area damage I do will finish off the Hellhounds, most likely. So, with any luck, they're not gonna run away. I could weaken this one. Make this plan more likely to work out. We'll see. Okay, they cast weakness, but not strong enough, as usual. Yeah, in general, enemy debuffs compared to our buffs tend to be so weak that they... I don't know, they take several castings in order to remove our buffs. I don't know if I've even seen bosses, like, you know, turn our buffs into debuffs right away. Which is, of course, very convenient. Anyway, we're going to do some Divine Fire, maybe? Oh, wait. Hellhounds, though. Hellhounds. What is this damage type? Holy Fire. Okay, right. In that case, I guess I could heal her to be on the safe side. Yeah, and just let her do the killing as usual. Maybe some Icy Rain? would be enough to take out the Hellhounds. Yeah. And then we can do the more efficient lightning spray. Although it didn't really deal a lot of damage, so there's that. Okay, unfortunate. No double hit either. You can do a well-aimed or massive shot though. Okay, good. Not really convinced that this guy was more dangerous than these. In fact, I've seen these guys here cast a lot of buffs and debuffs. Not really sure if I saw this guy do anything but attack. So maybe in a way he was actually the least dangerous of the bunch. Or the least annoying. Okay. They're just very resistant to physical attacks, so... or magical attacks, rather. And physical, really. Mostly due to the aforementioned buffs. Well, that's what it is. Yeah. Keep casting your spells, I guess, rather than attacking. There. It's trying to run, but... Right, also she's no longer hasted. Not a big deal. Wow, this guy's so tough. Wait, he's not running. Huh. Well then. There we go. Nice. Oh. Yeah, well. We can... Mighty Shot... I mean, this is a dead end, right? Yeah, this is just going to be where we emerge. This is the first time I actually take the time to even look at the room. Yeah, not that it matters, of course. We're going to clear everything as usual, as always. Yeah, she got 2 turns even without haste. That's nice. Yep, you just keep doing whatever you think is best, my friend. And, nope. There we go, finally. Yeah, that took a bit longer than it needed to, but, you know, it's fine. Fine robe, During elixir, gold necklace, some of these things. Okay. And Kydrake Claw. Well, I guess I still do have a bunch of them. Not really sure. No, we can turn them into potions or something, right? If we wanted to. No. Who knows? Maybe I will, just for fun, before the end of the game. Probably not, though. There's really no reason to. Bunch of crafting materials, though, for what it's worth. Might actually be useful. Okay. Well, I guess I'll save and see what actually happens. There's a gong here. The hammer hangs from it. Constant snarling and hissing sounds come from the pits around you. Well, obviously we have to ring it. You ring the gong. Unsurprisingly, it gets the attention of the creatures in the pit. The gong indicates feeding time. They climb up to you, expecting a meal. Then they see you. It doesn't take long for them to decide that you are their promised snack. The west gate slowly begins to open. Oh. You know, I was... Well, first of all, I was not expecting these kinds of enemies. Also, these are almost invisible. Interesting. Lurking crawlers, okay, and lightning crawlers. We've seen lightning crawlers before, and they seem vaguely transparent. I guess it's not so much that they are almost invisible. I mean, they happen to be, but not because of their high level of transparency, but mostly because their colors just happen to blend in with the ground texture here. Well, and they are transparent. Anyway, yeah, this is a slightly larger group of enemies than I was expecting. But that's okay, I hope. Actually, we could have probably positioned ourselves... Yeah, you know, we're going to actually do that. Why make things harder for ourselves? So we're going to stand here. So at least we're not going to be completely surrounded on all sides. And I'm also going to do the smart thing and buff everyone before the combat starts. I was thinking that maybe they would not all appear at once and maybe give us a few turns before they actually appeared. But nope. So in that case, I'm going to do this. I guess since you're standing right there, well, I'm actually going to have you step forward a little bit to maybe intercept a couple of these guys. Are these different, actually? Lurking crawler... No. They just look darker somehow compared to these ones. Might be a lighting issue or... No, I don't know. Or rather, a matter of lighting. Oh, right, you can attack twice. Well, in that case, do. Of course, these aren't particularly tanky, thankfully. So, if they gather around us nicely, our area spells should do pretty quick work. Okay, unfortunately, well, this one must be trying to reach, well, I guess, could be either Svafnir or Xas in this case, this one as well. So they didn't even move this one as well. Lightning crawlers, I assume, are immune to lightning. Of course, I don't remember specifically from the last time we fought them. Not that it matters for him. He's just going to do Divine Fire, try to hit as many as possible. It's always impossible to actually gauge. Also, that damage was not amazing, but, you know. Any damages. Better than no damage at all. So there's that. Do this. Now, of course, if they are immune to lightning... I'm still going to try it. They might not be. They probably are, though. No, they're not. Not at all. And lightning does work significantly better. Also, her haste actually ran out. I should have buffed her. I thought it was going to last a bit longer. Oh well. Not a big deal. Can we? I mean... Actually, this... No, there is no path to him. Never mind. Yeah, still going to have him shoot that guy. Maybe it's going to decide to move closer. Oh yeah, it did. Nice. These, not so much. Does anyone need healing? I mean... I guess I might as well have him heal himself, because his fire is, you know, obviously not very efficient to use. Did she level up? Wait. Oh, she must have. Yeah, I didn't even notice, but her mana is full. So, that's neat. I'm not going to worry about that right now. It's not that important. Obviously, ideally, we would have... This would have happened a little bit deeper into the dungeon, you know. So she would have had her free mana refill. And she was missing a little bit more, but... Obviously, free mana is free mana. Not complaining here. There we go. Well, still a little bit spread apart, but, you know. We will make do. Well, actually, it would have been smarter to deal with that one, but I don't know. Really doesn't make a difference. They're not that dangerous. Much of that one. Okay, Swafnir leveled up. Nice. Ice? Okay, ice works well. Yeah, I'll go finish that one off. Why not? And yeah, fire just doesn't. And of course, did she get that lightning debuff only in one of these last rounds, or did I just not notice before? Well, either way, it's there now. We'll have to deal with it. Okay, wasn't that bad. One more small heal. Guess I could have waited, but I was expecting more damage, actually, than it ended up doing. Anyway, strength, yeah, I mean, it's kind of wasted. Most of its effects are wasted, but then this should help a little bit, right? I mean, it's an extra little bit of armor, stun resistance as well, energy resistance is nice, and we might come across an even better shield at some point that we might want to use, right? Or maybe an upgrade for her, and then I could give... Yeah, I mean, quick action and lethal blow actually don't do anything for Swafnir, so... Also, this one's even heavier, right? This is a 12 pound? Yeah, okay, never mind. Wouldn't be able to use that one. Obviously, I'm not going to invest in any more strength. Definitely. Alright, anyway. Moving on. There's a dead goblin here. Yep, okay. More evidence of these cultists' cruel practices. Okay. Another healing elixir. Thanks, I guess. I suppose we're going to do basically the same thing. Position ourselves... Nope. Leave it alone. Hold on. It's fine. Position ourselves like this. With, you know, everyone but the tank against a wall at least. I'm gonna save again. I guess once again, there's no reason not to buff everyone. Alright, bring it. Unsurprisingly, it gets the attention of the creatures. Yep, same thing again. Oh, except this time. Oh, no, never mind. Two of them did spawn here. Hungry Spineworm. Okay, seem to be all the same. Yep. Once again, not super healthy. Super tanky. Shoot that one. Might as well shoot that one, I guess. I mean, yeah, just in case it was not gonna attack out there. They are ranged enemies. I suppose these are obviously convenient enough to fight with things like this. Okay, fire works decently. Why did this one take so much more damage than everyone else? Hungry Spineworm. Oh. Yeah, same enemy, just random damage variance. No problem. It happens. Why did I shoot that one? I don't know. Why not, I guess. You can do this. Try lightning damage. Yep. Works pretty well. Let's try Fire Blast. See what kind of difference there is. Not a huge difference, honestly, damage-wise. So long as the resistances are, you know, not much stronger one way or the other. I guess you can try to kill this one. Yeah, okay. I mean, these seem to be taking pretty good damage from every damage type, including physical. That's always nice to see. Yeah, she might actually get too stunned from all these attacks. Well, maybe too stunned to cast twice. Let's see. No, actually. Never mind. She's perfectly fine. You know, be a little bit more conservative with mana. I'm gonna use the cheaper spells. Cheaper spell. Nice. Good damage. Wow. Sounds leveled up. Congrats. Nice. Okay, this one was easy. Not that the first round was particularly difficult, but these were even easier. 10 points, okay. We have been saving for something. Is it 15 and from the cloak? If I had any plans, I don't remember anymore. So maybe more intelligence it is. Obviously, she's far ahead of him in terms of mana. I guess there really is no reason not to, huh? Maybe this was exactly what I was saving for. Cost has now gone up to a whopping 11 points. More than 2 full level ups worth. So maybe that's where I'm going to stop in that regard. For her, it is still a 10. Yeah, because she's technically only at 14 plus 1 from items. Or is it plus 2? Oh, it's technically plus 2. Not just technically. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not that important. Yeah, he's up to a very respectable, more than respectable, 521. So, no reason to complain there. Okay, there's the next pit. Yep. Oh, and that's Vic. Okay. Well. Oh, this is where the goblins are held, I guess. Might as well. Oh, okay, buffs are actually still mostly active. That's nice. These guys aren't all that tough, but obviously the buffs are gonna help. Oh. What am I waiting for? Oh. Well, this is not optimal. I guess it's not the worst. Of course, he has his mana back. And since what is presumably the final boss of this area that I expected to be bigger and longer, is coming right up. I guess we really don't need to be conservative at all. Well, I guess you can help with this one. You can heal her. Smite this fool. And double weapon spray finishes that one. Or those two, I should say. And that's it for the goblins. Huh? Enemy is visible. Where? Oh! What? Wait. Where did this one come from? Huh? Am I completely crazy? Has this guy been here all along? Why was he not damaged at all? Okay. Sorry, man. I didn't mean... I meant no disrespect. Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry about that, goblin. Okay, no, nothing hidden in here at all. No buttons. This thing, some money, some dirty laundry, presumably. Yep, okay, nothing here. Nothing of any value. Save the game? Is this just the exit, or is there more? Surely she wouldn't run away again, right? Save here. You meet Beekeeper Vic again. She stands next to a gong, the hammer in her hand. Tears run down her face. Are you satisfied? Have you slaked your thirst for blood and senseless violence? You did not need to slay the creatures here. You sought them out. You are the monster. She points to the north. The exit is there. You may leave. Help yourself to whatever trinkets you find. Go and leave me in peace. The gate starts to open. Oh. I've done what I came to do? I mean, I came here to just pass through. To just use this tunnel. When she insisted on fighting me. On, you know, forcing me to kill her. You know what? Screw it. First, there is one more cultist that needs to die. I mean, there is really no reason to leave her alive. I mean, you know, other than the reason, the universal reason of just not killing a human being or any kind of sentient being if you don't absolutely need to save your own life. But, you know. Beastkeeper Vic stares at you. She's furious. You need to complete your butchery? Fine then. I will not die before I leave my marks. She strikes the gong with the hammer. Okay. Nice assortment of enemies here. Maybe once again I should have positioned myself better because, well, we'll see how this works out. Rotting Shamblers, Crocolisks, Crystal Wormkin. I'm not sure if we've seen this kind before. Popping Slime. Ugh. So those just explode, right? But they explode into something else? I forget. And then there's her. I'm gonna go ahead and intercept this popping slime because I don't trust it and I forget what exactly it does. It pops and deals damage around it. Okay, that's not that bad. In fact, why don't we do that? We can weaken her. That's a thing we can do. Yep, of course you would do that. Okay. The enemies are losing no time attacking my casters, which makes sense. They're right here, after all. You know, not strictly necessary quite yet, but we will do this. Unfortunately, Rasluka was out of range. Should have considered that. At least the most vulnerable party members are regenerating now. That helps. Anything else you can do? Well, a number of things, I guess, but I will actually start by just dealing some damage. Okay, Shamblers. Actually, yeah, they take okay fire damage. They're more resistant than I thought they would be, but it's not bad. Yeah, obviously, both of you are gonna focus on dealing with these enemies that are surrounding you. That makes the most sense. Actually, Crocolists turn out to be completely immune to lightning damage for some reason. Huh. So I should have switched to fire, or even tried some cold, but, well, I mean, it works well enough on the Shamblers, so there's that. Okay, these are very resistant to physical, good to know. How about these guys? Yeah, kind of resistant, actually. But still. Help your caster colleagues. Okay, we're weakened. Not actually weakened, though. No one... Well... No, that's not true. I should keep her healthy. Not take any unnecessary risks here. And we're gonna actually do some Divine Retribution. That reached farther than I expected. Crystal Wormkin takes no damage from fire. Okay. Good to know. Not a big deal, really. She can only attack once. Could slow down the cultist. So far, she's only been buffing. I guess once she buffed once, it doesn't really matter that she keeps repeating the same spell over and over. At least as far as buffs go. So, don't really need to worry about her too much. I'm gonna go Fire Blast. Yeah. To finally weaken these Crocolists a bit more. Oh, wait. I was gonna switch to the Fire Blade against these guys. But obviously, now I know that they're immune to fire. So, I don't need to do that. And, you know, they don't have that much health, so I guess it's not the worst. 82. Yeah, you can soften up this one here a little bit. Yep. She keeps trying to weaken us and failing to overcome Xaz's mighty buffing spell. Ouch. Not that bad, actually. So yeah, once again, we keep her healthy. Thankfully, he has all the action points. Do another one of these. And you can... That's twice this time. Awesome. 53. Yeah. I was contemplating using just a fireball, and that would have had a very high chance of not actually killing it, so, you know. Absolutely no reason to hold back. Okay, that was better damage than expected. I mean, it was a mighty shot, but still. Oh, Xaz has been charmed? Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. The good news is that he's not really doing anything, so... There's that. She's... Wait, why is she poisoned? Has she been poisoned this whole time? No. You know, might as well slow her. A bit later really matter, but... 43 damage, okay. Not terrible. She needs some healing. She might actually be... well, Xaz is not... Xaz is not available right now. It's fine, I'm sure. You kill that thing. Oh. Okay. Oh wow, yeah. The stunning bow actually works pretty well on her. On enemies it doesn't really tend to do much. But I'm certainly feeling the effects here. Lightning worked against these, right? Yes. Well, not very well. But better than nothing. Yep. Okay, keeps doing that. Bringing her down to less than 10 action points, unfortunately, but it's fine. Might as well make the best out of the one spell that we get. Try Icy Rain? Hitting both of them? Oh wow, that's even worse. Okay. So I guess lightning is the way to go against these, even if it's not amazing. Meanwhile, we're slowly whittling down the boss. 49. Okay. Not much longer until the stupid wormkin is finally dead. Oh, and he snapped out of the confusion. That's nice. Mighty it. Come on. Could have been mightier, but, you know. Okay, wormkin finally died. Ah, okay. When they die, they poison. I see. I didn't notice that the first time around. Yeah. You can... Oh. You can actually do this. Good. She was in range. And you can even cast a well-aimed smite. It's not going to do a lot of damage, is it? Nope. Not at all. Lightning is probably still the best we can do against her. Yeah, but, I mean, obviously without her creatures, unless she can summon more, as a, you know, desperation move, we should be fine here. It's not even worth casting spells with him. Okay. Alright, she is also slowed, so yeah, she will occasionally just lose her turn. For that reason. And even when she doesn't, she'll often end up doing that. Okay, 2 misses there, so no stunning this time around. No extra stunning. But yeah, obviously we have 1 at this point. Yeah. Oh, there. Go ahead. I mean, that is obviously... It's damage. There we go, finally. And she doesn't even get a final message or anything. I should probably feel bad. Spirit Cloak, that... oh, priest spells? First aid and hardiness. It was worth doing this. Performing this senseless slaughter after all. Blowing Silk Cloak. Short interruption right there. You probably wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't said anything. Anyway, Floating Silk Cloak, parry and quick strike, though that's a terrible cloak. That's not good at all. Is there any reason not to use this? No, same weight. There you go. That's actually pretty amazing. Yeah, pre-spells. 2 to pre-spells. I mean, that's super generous. First aid, always nice to have, and extra hardiness. Wow, yeah. Definitely worth killing her for that one alone. Plus, the fact that she was, you know, just a mad cultist, of course. Invulnerable elixir. Very nice. And we can also... Finally... Oh, we also get a spell? In addition to everything else, Divine Restoration? Holy moly. As if that spell needed any more buffing. You find Beastkeeper Vic's private prayer book. Well, probably private prayer book. Most of the rituals within are for making vicious hostile monsters stronger. Not really what you're looking for. I mean, if it works on monsters, why wouldn't it work on us? One prayer, however, seems interesting. You learn more about healing rituals. These are very helpful when the monsters you are trying to calm and coax into your breeding pits, the monster, decides that it wants to kill you. Your skill with the spell Divine Restoration increases. Right. Okay. Tools can be sold for tiny amounts, but still. What's here? Oh, interesting. 2 different exits to somewhere above. Anyway, Mind Crystals, Orbit Measure, Purging Crystal, Mind Shield, yes, you have those. Mass Bless, because, yep, because we definitely use those all the time. Okay, anything here? Well, not really. Okay, interesting. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're about to finally finish that quest for our good friend Dionisio as well, so another huge benefit right there. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna leave this, end this episode on a bit of a cliffhanger here. We're gonna check out both of these exits next time. I mean, this one looks like it would, yeah, I could obviously continues further northward toward the gallery, and yeah, this one must emerge somewhere in that little peninsula thingy. and allows access to that otherwise inaccessible beach with the digging spots. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And yeah, this one must be the tunnel we're looking for. Anyway, we're going to confirm that next time. I guess not really much of a cliffhanger in that regard, but, you know. Yeah, for the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.